Imagine a world where the very essence of an athlete's identity is put under a microscope, all in the name of fairness. Welcome to the controversial realm of gene testing in athletics, where the stakes are high and the debates are even higher. World Athletics President Sebastian Coe is steadfast in his belief that every female athlete competing in this year's World Championships in Tokyo will have undergone gene testing, despite the hurdles that have left some athletes in a frenzy to meet the September 1st deadline. But here's where it gets controversial. The testing process, while intended to maintain the integrity of competition, has sparked a firestorm of criticism and logistical nightmares for athletes worldwide. Let's dive in and explore the twists and turns of this genetic gauntlet. Athletes who find themselves in Tokyo without having completed the gene test will have the opportunity to do so in the Japanese capital. However, this is not a green light for member federations to procrastinate. Coe made this clear during a video call on Thursday, stating, "Although the vast majority of athletes will have been tested before they get to Tokyo, if there are outstanding athletes that still haven't been tested, we have the ability to do that in Tokyo, but that is by no means an invitation for member federations to wait until they get to Tokyo." This statement underscores the urgency and importance placed on the gene testing process. The introduction of this gene test was approved by World Athletics at their council meeting in March, with the aim of determining the biological sex of athletes. However, the implementation has been far from smooth. Canadian athletes, for instance, had to rush to retake tests after discovering that their initial tests did not meet the ruling body's requirements. French athletes faced an even more daunting challenge, having to seek out meets and camps outside their country to complete the tests, as they were deemed illegal in France. Coe revealed that these athletes will undergo testing at a pre-Tokyo holding camp, adding another layer of complexity to the situation. And this is the part most people miss. The gene testing process is not just about determining biological sex. It's about preserving the sanctity of female competition. Coe emphasized this point, stating, "I don't think that anybody would be particularly surprised that, given everything that we have done in the past to do what we can to preserve, to protect, to promote the female category, which is absolutely sacrosanct for me." He went on to explain that the test is non-invasive, a one-off procedure, and the information is destroyed afterward, aiming to reassure critics of its necessity and ethical considerations. Despite the criticism, Coe reported that the Global Federation has received overwhelming support for the new rule. He proudly announced that over 90% of all female athletes competing in Tokyo have now been tested, stating, "We will pretty much have met our mission by the time we get to Tokyo." And the mission was very clear. It wasn't to necessarily have all the results in place, but it was to have the bulk of those female athletes tested. This mission, however, has left many athletes scrambling and has sparked debates about the ethics and practicality of such a requirement. Looking ahead to Tokyo, Coe highlighted the excitement surrounding ticket sales, with an expected 50,000 spectators each night and SRY sellouts. He also pointed to the caliber of athletes participating, including sprinters Noah Lyles, Letsile Tebogo, and Julian Alfred, hurdler Grant Holloway, and pole vaulter Mondo Duplantis. "I think we are in that period of athletics where we've got athletes for the ages," Coe exclaimed, painting a picture of a championship filled with jaw-dropping potential. But as the world watches these athletes compete, the shadow of gene testing looms large, raising questions about fairness, privacy, and the future of athletics. So, what do you think? Is gene testing the key to maintaining fairness in athletics? Or is it an invasive and unnecessary measure? The debate rages on, and the world of athletics waits with bated breath to see how this genetic gambit will play out in Tokyo. One thing is for sure. The Tokyo World Championships are set to be a spectacle of speed, strength, and controversy. And this is just the beginning.